interrogation tactics during the last administration compromised that agency today. Democratic Congressman Joe Sestak from Pennsylvania is a member of the Armed Services Committee. He joins us now live. Sir, we thank you for your time today.
Good to be here. Thanks, Shannon.
Tell me why the Attorney General's probe, if you believe it is a positive step forward, isn't necessary.
I headed the Navy's anti-terrorism unit, Deep Blue, right after 9/11, and after 31 years in the military protecting the laws of this nation, I have great respect for finding out the facts. We need to find out if these apparent violations, which the Inspector General of the CIA has pointed out, were incidental to non-adherence to the law, or whether they were systemic. And I think this is important, because not to find it out then says they might become systemic without making sure that the laws were followed. No, I'm a strong believer that we have to be able to fight an adversary without violating our own laws, and that's why this is important.
Do you have any concerns about the potential impact on CIA morale, given that the president made a pretty strong statement in the past that he wanted to move forward and not look back toward these interrogations?
I do not, because I believe public servants, public officials actually want to serve this nation. This is a nation of laws, and therefore adhere to its laws. As long as we ensure that if the guidelines were followed, even if we may not have agreed with those guidelines, that if they were followed, those non-senior, the more junior ones who may have followed them, but we may not agree with the actions, are not persecuted at all. Shannon, the important point that I found when I served in the military was this. When we had, for example, an aircraft crash, we had two types of investigations. One was under the Uniform Code of Military Justice to see if there might have been some criminal negligence. But then what we had, and I believe we need to do both of this two-track approach, and not just for the CIA, but overall, is we had another investigation where everyone was given immunity so that we could find out if it occurred to prevent it happening again. And therefore, there should be an independent commission set up outside of Congress, because we're the Hatfields and McCoys, and we can't do anything in a nonpartisan way. And they could be retired judges, where everyone, Congress included, those in the Intelligence Committee, how did they fail in their oversight role? And find out what the facts are, because we can't permit this to occur again if mischief was done. That's good governance. At the same time, a proper investigation under a special prosecutor overall, I think, is needed. We do it in the military. We should do it in this case for the goodness of good governance.
So, Congressman, are you saying you would be in favor of an investigation that would give immunity to everybody involved simply so we can find out what the practices were and block them, if they were illegal, from happening again?
Absolutely. Look, I very much respect President Obama's desire to move forward, but you cannot not look at your wake to see where you're coming from. I believe there should be two investigations. A special prosecutor assigned to look at the overall issue of torture across the whole board, not just the CIA, but what happened in Guantanamo Bay, etc., and what happened in Congress. But there should, at the same time, be one where immunity is given in a separate independent commission outside of Congress, where we're able to find out what really did happen so we can fix it as we go forward. A two-track approach. We do it in the military. We do it very well to learn what went wrong criminally, if anything. And second, because we did want to follow the laws in the military. And second, what can we do to fix it so it doesn't happen again? And that's what the Church Committee tried to do back in '74 after the CIA assassination reports. The problem is today we don't have those types of titans who could be nonpartisan within Congress to work together. So it has to be outside of Congress in an independent commission.
Congressman Joe Sestak, we thank you for both your military service and now your time on the Hill as well, sir.
Thank you, Sam.